I'm Dr. Carla Tweed. It's good to see all of you. I am your MC today. I just want to give a couple of reminders that everybody stay muted. If you have questions, please put them in the chat. We will try to answer them as we go, but as always at the end, we will try to leave some time for some question and answers. And also, this is being recorded. We will get it posted as soon as possible afterwards. Please give us a little time to get that done. And with that being said, I'm going to introduce Dr. Tawny Dodson.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is fantastic to see you. Thank you for taking some time to join us today. I want to start out with giving an update on a facilities project here at the college. As you all know, we have been undertaking a repair, weatherization, and painting project. The repair and weatherization work was completed and the painting started. And we've run into a pretty significant challenge with getting access to paint. It's the pigment in the paint that has been impacted by all of the things that COVID has impacted supply chains for. And our contractors have put in a very significant order of paint, but it is unfortunately on an 8-week back order. If you do a quick calendar math of 8 weeks, you know that that puts us into late November, which is the time of year here, the very brief time of year here, that it is most likely to be under 50 degrees and or raining. Which are the two conditions that are not good for painting. We have to be above 50 degrees and it has to be dry. So right now we are on a long hold for the painting project, waiting for supplies to arrive. And once those supplies arrive, we have to be back to the kind of weather that's going to stay above 50 degrees and stay dry in order for our painters to resume work. I know it's very frustrating for that to happen, but there has been a lot of progress happening otherwise. You may have seen that a lot of the facilities that we were planning to take down are now down. And so there's been some great improvements there. And we certainly look forward to that paint arriving and the weather being good so that we can move forward with that. So that's the challenging news, but the rest of my updates are a lot more fun. So on the next slide, we have been doing a monthly YC Proud Spotlight through the district's town halls. They're not going to do a monthly town hall anymore, but I'm going to keep doing a monthly YC Proud Spotlight because I enjoy them. I think other people do as well. And so this month we're giving a shout out to Dr. Dylan Noack, who, as you can see here, is doing a lot of really incredible things. He was a part of a $1.2 million grant with UC Riverside to do some work in math curriculum. And that was a successful proposal that he is going to be a part of. He also has done over 196 videos for his students to help him better understand math in this remote learning environment. And you can see some additional notes that his supervisor, Dr. Michael Bagley, submitted here. But I wanted to take this moment to tell Dylan, thank you so much for keeping us YC proud. We sure appreciate you and appreciate the work you do every day for our students. And I see that you're here, so I'm waving to you. Thank you, Dylan. You're amazing. All right. And it's also that time of year, which is great news, to hand out some of our Way to Go awards. I certainly look forward to the day that we're able to do this in person again. I know there have been big award ceremonies and things that have happened, and hopefully we are moving back in that direction where we can safely do that. But for today, I'd like to announce that our Way to Go certificate winners, the first slide of certificate winners is here. We actually have 2 slides of certificate winners. All the certificates have been printed and distributed to the vice president's or dean's offices, and they will get distributed to all of you over the next day or 2. So the individual certificates are there, and then on the right-hand side, you can see we move into the departments at the certificate level. And then on the next slide, you'll see our Friends of Dusty Award winners. Congratulations to them. This means that they got 10 or more mentions for a Way to Go award. And finally, the big one, if you will, the Golden Nugget. Congratulations to EOP&S on their award, the Golden Nugget. It's a wonderful opportunity to recognize people for the incredible work that they do day to day. And we've certainly been trying to do that consistently. But what is really meaningful about these awards is these are student driven. So these are students who took time out of their day through the graduation process to respond to a survey and recognize individuals and departments for the difference that they made during their journey at Yuba College. It takes a lot for students to remember you, and it means that you made a huge difference. So congratulations to all of you that were mentioned. We appreciate you. Thanks for keeping us YC proud. And I also wanted to share our Pop of Praise Award winners for August. We will put these in our board report. They have been distributed. If you haven't seen them yet, it's possible we ended up having to mail them to you. We try to give them to people face to face whenever possible. I guess one of the other great ways of being recognized, if it's not going to be a student, this is a recognition from one employee to another. We have been running the Pop of Praise program for almost 6 months now. At the end of October, we'll hit the 6-month mark. And this is a chance for people to go on and recognize other employees for doing something that made a difference for them. And everybody who gets a Pop of Praise a note gets a $5 gift card to our bookstore to get a pop or something that can make their day, whatever it is that they would like. So thank you to all of these individuals who made a difference in someone's day. We appreciate you. With that, I am going to turn it over to Crystal, who is going to recognize our Heritage Month.
Right. So just wanted to let everybody know Latinx Heritage Month is still continuing through October 15th. Concurrently is LGBTQIA+ History Month that runs from October 1st through October 31st. We invite you to come in, especially to the new Identity and Engagement Center. If you weren't able to join us for the grand opening, take a look at what we've got going on in the center, meet our student equity ambassadors, and this month join us in celebrating lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, intersex, and asexual, aromantic, agender histories, culture, and contributions of those that are in our local area, but also our national and global communities. There's a link in there. There's a link in there where you can learn a little bit more, and we'll have a couple of activities, including showing a few documentaries throughout the month. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Hopefully we'll see you soon. And next up is Dr. Tweed.
Oh, you went one ahead, Crystal. There I am. I just wanted to give a quick update that I have tried to go out to all of the different department and division meetings. If I haven't been to yours and you want me to come, please invite me. I will. What I'm trying to do is be open and transparent about how we're trying to put the schedule together, the timeline that it takes to do that, the tools that we're using, our dashboards that we have now. I am promoting dashboards like nobody's business. It's actually something College Council wants us to. We want to be proficient in our data and use data for, a tool that we can use for all different things. So with that being said, Power BI, it's also, that's the dashboard that you use. You get there on your single sign-on portal. If you are at home, you have to use the VDI. I also put that on this screen and I can send it to anybody in an email. I now have it starred and saved. So that you can get to it and use it. We also use the rotational schedule. Again, I just can't talk about how important the rotational schedule is at this point because it is on student self-service and students see this. So we can, We want to change it in the fall if we're going to. Other than that, we don't want to change it a lot because we want to be consistent for our students so they know what we're going to offer when we're going to offer it. As you know, timeline for summer and fall is happening now. You should be meeting with your deans or directors, depending on who you speak with when you create your schedule. And we should be done before December so that we can start inputting that for students to see, because as you know, spring is completely done and it is just next month. They will be registering for spring. So the timelines are short. I know, it's insane, right? We're already in October. Denise is shaking her head. So with that being said, again, if any of you want me to come and talk to you about how the schedule's created, what we need to do, I've got high level. I don't get into the details, but I'm welcome. I'd be happy to come and chat with you about it. Next up, we have Martine, who is going to talk about student services on behalf of Daleks.
Good afternoon, everyone. So today, as Dr. Carla Tweed mentioned, I'm on behalf of Dr. Dwayne Hunt, and to provide important updates on student services. And as you can see, Dr. Hunt has been very busy trying to get our team together, and we're happy and proud to announce that we have these new members to the Student Services Leadership Team. Some of you already know, we have Chris Sanchez, now the Director of Counseling, Career and Transfer Center. We have now Anabel Toche, the Director of EOP&S, Care and CalWorks. And then we have Courtney Mack, the Director of TRIO Programs. So when you have a chance, just contact them, welcome them into their positions, and we're happy to have them in this, again, Student Services Leadership Team. Next slide, please. In this slide, we just want to ask for your assistance and to please remember to remind students to sign up for timely care. They have access to unlimited medical and mental health visits for themselves and their dependents. They do have access to counselors, doctors, nurse practitioners. The students can go to our Yuba College website. There's a website designed for timely care. There's a lot of good information in terms of frequently asked questions if students need to know a little bit more about timely care. But one important notice that we want to share is that on October 12th, timely care is going to be on campus. They're going to be visiting a few buildings on campus, but for the most part, they're going to be located in the quad, and they're going to be assisting students register for timely care. Okay. And now I would like to introduce Chris Sanchez for important information about the counseling department.
We are so excited that for the first time, the Yuba College Counseling Department will be offering virtual Saturday appointments for students. So that will be on October 23rd and on November 13th. Students can schedule their appointment by calling the counseling office, or they can visit the virtual office room where someone can help them. We're excited. If these fill up, we might add more Saturdays. So please have students call in, and we're excited to provide this service for our students this semester. I now turn the time over to Sean Melton.
Thank you. Marcy was going to present, but she is not here. She's actually at Cape Head, which is going to help us as the DSPS department better provide services to our students with disabilities. So I'd like to talk about the America's Recovery Powered by Inclusion, the National Disability Employment Awareness Month. So Yuba Community College District has pledged its support of and participation in National Disability Employment Awareness Month, an annual awareness month campaign that takes place in October. The purpose of this month, or this awareness, is to educate about disability employment issues and celebrate the many and varied contributions of American workers with disabilities. This year's theme, as I mentioned, is America's Recovery. U.S. Secretary, so a brief history on it. The history of National Disability Employment Awareness Month traces back to 1945, when Congress enacted a law declaring the first week in October each year National Employ the Physically Handicapped Week. In 1962, that word physically was removed to acknowledge the employment needs and contributions of individuals with all types of disabilities, not just physical. And in 1988, Congress expanded the week to a whole month and changed the name to what we know it as National Disability Employment Awareness Month. Again, I would like to, appreciate highlighting this because growing up, I never really, I never really, expressed or got over the stigma of having a disability as myself, as a disabled employee. So again, I like to thank everyone who put this and allowed us to get this out there for our campus. Thank you. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to Christina.
Thank you, Sean. For the student success and institutional effectiveness update, we started our student journey mapping today. The 9 personas that we worked with were based on some of the research and surveys that we have done with students, and we were able to compile those and kind of come up with 6 general student types to help. Ultimately, this will help assist us with marketing and communication. It'll also work towards guided pathways and some of the mapping stuff that we're doing related to guided pathways. Food trucks, we do have those currently on campus, but they are having a difficulty getting enough interest to maintain a regular schedule here on campus. And so we're working with them to come up with some different options, and we will communicate that out as soon as we have an update and a working plan. We do have the LEAD book club that is starting up, and this is for how to be an anti-racist. The current plan is to work October will be chapters 1 through 4. November and December, we're looking at 5 through 8. January, February, 9 through 12. March will be 13 through 16, and April will be 17 through 18. If you would like a book and have not received one, please reach out to Anita, anybody on LEAD or professional development, and we can help collaborate. We can help work to get you a plan or get you a book. And then the goal for these meetings for the book club is that we'll have face-to-face here at Yuba and at the Marysville campus. And then we'll also do an online or a Zoom session for everybody who isn't able to come onto campus. Program review, we have stuff going on. Cassie and Julie are working with that, with the SEAC group. Cassie, are you available to do a quick info on program review? I apologize.
Sure, yeah. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm having some problems with my sound. Good, okay. So the goal is for program review questions and the templates to be made available the last week of October. During that week, we will also have some how-to videos that Julie will create to help people use the new platform. We are going to be using eLumen for program review, so don't start and track that, and don't start answering the questions from the old templates. The due date will be sometime in late December, early January, to make up for the delay in opening the templates. So please continue to bear with us. And we will also have, for the first time, a few annual update questions. So there's going to be folks that are up for the full program review, which is something we're used to. But something new for our college is that there's going to be 3 annual update questions that you'll need to provide a response to, in addition to your requests for budgetary requests. So just keep that in mind. And again, last week of October is the target date to have those templates released to the campus. Thanks. Yes, there will be trainings, Denise. Yes, we will have some on Zoom and probably in a computer lab as well.
Okay, thank you, Cassie. Accreditation updates. SEAC has begun talking about the timelines and expectations. Jeremy will be connecting with the Outcomes Committee, the DE Committee, and District Services to begin the midterm report. And last, we've got the governance workshop stuff. This work group has begun meeting and identifying possible changes to the governance structure. This will be brought through the existing committees and participatory governance groups as soon as possible. Okay, and I am going to hand it off to Christoph Knopfsinger.
Good afternoon. I just have a quick update from the Academic Senate. I did want to take this opportunity to remind everyone that the Academic Senate meets virtually on Thursdays from noon to 1, and the agenda and Zoom information is always available on board docs. The Senate has worked on finalizing our goals for this academic year, and you can find those on the Academic Senate website. And if you can get there by going to the employee tab from the Yuba College website. And then there's a pretty easy to find link to the Academic Senate information from there. You can also find the current list of senators and other Senate documents and information on our webpage. Finally, I wanted to mention that the State Academic Senate, the ASCCC plenary will be November 4th through the 6th. It's going to be a hybrid event, so it is possible for you to attend virtually. Please let me know if you want to attend virtually, and I'll work on getting you registered for that. The deadline for registration is October 28th. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Dr. Tweed.
Okay, that went rather quickly this time around, guys. It's not even 4:30. Do we have any questions?
I just saw that you had bookstore updates.
We do not have bookstore.
Oh, okay. That's why you went past it. Okay.
M&O, IT, and bookstore did not have any updates this time around. Greg's asking, does the college have any assumption about enrollment planning for fall schedule? Greg, I'm assuming you mean whether we're going to go face-to-face or online. I don't even know where you're at. You're not here. Numbers 2.
Sorry, I could unmute and ask. Yeah, so, I was looking at the fall schedule today as comp coordinator, and we canceled a lot of classes from the last fall. And so what I'm wondering is, do we have any planning assumptions about how many do we expect some increase over last fall or spring? Are we just assuming something similar? I know we have power by, but the numbers are so off that I am concerned that we can't really go by that information without some other planning assumptions as well.
So even with that Power BI dashboard, it's like a dart, right? I get it. I think the best thing that we can do right now, because we are kind of skewed, Greg, is go with the information that we had last fall, because we're still, and possibly increase. But remember that when we do, if you look at the number, however many people you can have in that class, and then we schedule that, your dean is going to be looking at that and monitoring that. And if we're filling fast, we will add classes. So it's better to I don't know if it's better or not, but we're going to err on the side of caution and use the data that we do have to create the best possible outcomes for enrollment and for our efficiencies to be as best as they can be. I hope I answered that correctly. And as far as face-to-face and online, I don't know if we have a target other than we were 41% face-to-face this time. I do believe we will see an increase in that as people are starting to come back and go out and be involved. So keep that in mind as well.
So if I'm understanding what you're saying, just assume similar numbers to the fall that we're in right now.
Yes.
And then consider increasing the ratio of face-to-face to online based on data from BI and our best judgment.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Dr. Dotson, do you have any other more? That's great English after I just talked to an English professor. Do you have any other announcements for us before we get going?
I was going to share that Senator Nielsen is going to be on campus tomorrow. There's a group of faculty and staff and students who are briefing him at each location that he's going through. There's a group of students that are going to have lunch with him and some staff members tomorrow as well. So you may see him at our Marysville campus from about 12 to 2, maybe a little bit longer. And we're looking forward to having him here to see how things are going on campus. I did also want to mention there have been some transitions at the bookstore. I believe I have shared with everyone that Jasmine Trice did get a new position in Rockland, and she has moved into an interior design role. And Angelica, who was the assistant store manager, is taking some time off to help with some family issues. And so there is a lead that is stepping into that role right now to help the regional manager. Her name, I believe, is Sarah Scott. I will try and get that out while they try and fill both of those positions, while Follette tries and fills both of those positions. So there's some transition happening in the bookstore, which is why we didn't have an update from them today. I think that's it. I did post in the chat, though, that we are always interested if anybody has an announcement or a presentation or something that they want to share with the college community. We'd be happy to add you to the agenda, so don't hesitate to reach out. You'll just send me an email and we'll get you on there. Other than that, it was great to see everybody. I hope you have a great day.